be launching a tasty pastry. It's a low-carb Pop-Tart. It's got 3 to 4 grams of net carbs, and we love this show. This is our best place to be in LA.
Welcome back to Legendary Foods Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, and today is Tuesday, March 15th, 2022. And let's find out what's going on in the world of bodybuilding and fitness. Do not adjust your screen. What you're seeing right now is absolutely 100% real. Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Priest is back in the building. A few days ago, we released these exclusive photos of Lee on the Species Nutrition Instagram feed to give everyone their first look at what is going to be one of the most incredible bodybuilding transformations that we've ever seen. Now, for those of you who are newer bodybuilding fans that didn't have a chance to see Lee Priest in his prime, go do your research now. Because if there was a 212 division around back when Lee was competing, he would have broken every record known to man. And that's not an exaggeration. He was that good. And if he can come back and be that good again now, it's going to change the entire landscape of that division. Stay tuned. Now, in all fairness to Lee, getting to the top of the 212 is not going to be an easy job, because to do that means that he'll have to go through guys like Shaun Clarida, which is no small feat in and of itself. According to reports, the former 212 champ is having another tremendous offseason and feeling great about where he is currently in the process. We've all known that Shaun was a great 212 athlete for a long time, but I think when he won the Open at the Legion Sports Fest last year, it opened up a lot of people's eyes to how great he truly is. So if he just keeps building on that foundation, he's going to give Derek Lunsford all he can handle later at the 212 Olympia. If memory serves, I believe we're a little more than 7 weeks out from the Arnold Classic South America right now. And I'll tell you what, it's getting harder and harder to make a case for anyone other than Rafa Brandao as the pre-show favorite right now. Raf has been training out in Vegas with Flex Lewis and his whole crew for the last 2.5 weeks. And even in that short amount of time, you can see how much of a difference being in that environment is having. The Rafa we saw during the post-Olympia tour last year was the version that we'd all been waiting for. And if Rafa 3.0 is the upgraded version of that, there's going to be one hell of an after party down there in Brazil. And before we get out of here today, I wanted to leave you guys with a philosophical question, which is, what do you think is next for Brett Wilkin? After the Arnold, he came out and said that he was disappointed with his 6th place finish and that he and his team needed to go back to the drawing board, which is why he decided not to compete at the Boston Pro this past weekend. Now, with that being said, if you go back and look at his photos in the contest gallery on our site at gallery.rxmuscle.com, he didn't look bad at all. Matter of fact, I thought he looked really good. And if you compare those to where he was at the Chicago Pro last year, it's like night and day. He's made a ton of improvements, and I don't think anyone in their right mind would even debate that. But if he is going back to the drawing board, what comes next? Does he pack it in for the season again to focus on next year? Or do we see him compete again later in the season? I want to know your thoughts and opinions. Let us know in the comments below. And that does it for yet another edition of Muscle in the Morning. I'm Dave Palumbo, reminding you to, always stay true to your passions and make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.